Uh, Good day, guys. Today I'll be walking you through a quick demo of a project I worked on over the weekend. So it is named Suimulate. So it's part of my submission for a mini hackathon that happened on Sui recently. So let's get to it. Okay, a quick explanation of what the project is about. Uh, the project is a visualizer for Sui Move smart contract. What it means is you can paste your move smart contract and you get to see how interactions with the smart contract works in real time. Like you get to see the simulation of how the interactions with the smart contract will be. So that's what it is about. So now let's get to it. Let me show you. Okay, this is what the interface looks like. So it's basically you get to understand move code by seeing it. So uh, the intent behind its creation is so that people new to uh, the Sui ecosystem as developers get to understand what this basic smart contract does, how they behave. So now let's get to it. Here I have four templates. I created four uh, templates, which is the transfer of C. The second one is the basic minting of an NFT. The third one is a smart contract that increases a counter from zero as you interact with the smart contract. The counter increases. Then the last one is the representation of a marketplace whereby a party lists an NFT for sale where the other party buys the NFT and there is exchange of token and the NFT. I mean, there is an exchange of the native token, then the NFT. So now let's use this as an example. Here we have the smart contract on the left side. So this is what they move smart contract for a marketplace, just like NFT marketplace. This is what it look like. So now let's run the simulation. Now I click on run simulation. You get to see how the interactions work in real time. Now, and I also added a playback button. You can play back the interaction then to see what happens. So you can see Bob makes a payment to the smart contract for the Pixel Sword NFT, which is currently owned by Alice. So then what happened? Let's see what happened next. So after the payment is validated, the payment is sent to Alice. Then the NFT is sent to Bob. So now the transaction is complete. Alice receives 3 Sui for the NFT is just sold, while Bob bought the NFT for 3 Sui and got an NFT in return. You can see the owner of the pieces for the NFT is now changed to what Bob. So on the right side, I have the objective. It just basically shows the wallet balance, the state of uh, the party involved, the state of their account at the beginning, before the interaction, then at the end of the interaction. Before the transaction happened, Alice had 10 Sui, Bob had 6 Sui, and Alice owned the pixel sword NFT. But after, Alice now has 13 Sui, Bob has 3 Sui with the pixel sword NFT. Basically, see the changes that happened. This is a representation of the changes that happened. Now, below here, we can see the basic summary, yeah, in lay terms of what happened. You can see Bob bought Alice pieces for 3 Sui. Alice now has 13 Sui. Bob has 3 Sui and the NFT. The contract handles the swap, trustless, no middlemen. That basically what an NFT, what happens with an NFT marketplace. So, and Okay, there's also a technical representation. This just speaks, it uses more technical terms, talking about the names of the function and all. So that's what that does. And this is not the end. You are not limited to these four smart contract templates I created. I also added a function which enables AI assisted simulation, which means you can visualize your custom smart contract, your move smart contract here. So all you need to do is just come and click here on your side. It might presently show add Gemini key. Mine it shows AI on because I already added my API key here. So all you need to just click on that add Gemini key. Then you come go to this site. You can generate a free Google AI Studio API key by clicking on this link. You go there, generate. It's completely free. You get access to the Gemini 2.5 Flash for free. So after creating the API key, you can come and paste it here. Then you save. So another thing that you should notice that even if you refresh, you don't have to paste the API key every time. It is actually stored locally in your browser. So now, after you have enabled AI, you can see AI on. Then you can come here. You can just wherever whatever smart contract you want to actually simulate, you want to visualize, you can copy it. For this, for the purpose of this demo, I'll be using a smart contract I prompted Google AI to generate for me. So here is it. It's just a simple message module. So now let me go back here. So let me delete what is here before. So now I pasted the message module smart contract. So now let me run the simulation. It actually takes uh, a while, probably few seconds before it comes up. And another thing you should notice that depending on how congested the traffic to the LLM is at that moment, you might receive an error. You can see Gemini error. The model is currently experiencing high demand. Spike in demand are usually temporary. Please try again. So we can try again. Okay, still the same error, but with time it will work. So I'm basically using just Gemini API key because it is free. Yeah, it comes at no cost. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. We're still waiting. Okay, now it's already working. You can see it shows simulated by Gemini Flash 2.5. It is done. Here you can see the simulation. So let's see what happened. Ali set a message. So here is basically what happens here is that this smart contract enables you to actually set a message, whatever message you want to send to your friend, the personal message, you get to set it. Then you can also update it. That's what the smart contract I just pasted here does. So now it shows Ali set a first message. You can see let's check it. So they both have different balance. One has Alice has 10C, Bob has 5C. So at first, Ali sets his first message. Then let's see what happens next. Okay, then Alice updates. So that means it's changing the already existing message. So another thing. So then okay, the next. Bob set his own message also. Then update his own message also. Then you can see when we look at the before, they both had one had 10 sweet, then the other had 5 sweet. But after, because they already paid a gas fee as transaction cost, so definitely they add cents. They now have 9.9 sweet, then 4.999 sweet. So you can see here what happened. You can see a simple explanation of what happened. So that's basically all I have done here so far. I plan to add more features as time goes on. So if you have any suggestion, any comments on this.